Good morning, everybody, and welcome from a beautiful sunny Tartu in Estonia to a historic moment. We have the first ever FISU World University Powerlifting Championships taking place this week. Lifting's about to get underway, and the clock's ticking down to 40 seconds. I'm joined at the commentary table all week by Erazem Ivanj. Did I get that right? Or get it close?
You got it pretty close,
from
Martin.
from Slovenia. Welcome.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, I'll be accompanying you through the week.
And we're looking forward to a great week's lifting. On nominations, just over 200 lifters. As usual, 2 or 3 of them won't make it, so we're working around the 200 number over the 5 days. And the clock is ticking down to 0, and we'll have the first lifter out, and it will be Maha Al-Shemzi from the United Arab Emirates to get the lifting underway with her first attempt of 42.5 kilos. Now, Erazem, we are aware we're broadcasting on a different platform today to probably a very different audience to the one we normally broadcast to, so we'll perhaps go into the rules in a little bit more detail over the course of the week than we would normally do. But this is the first lifter, Al Shemzi from United Arab Emirates, 42.5 to get the competition underway. Looks good?
Looked alright to me.
No.
A depth call, so she did not lower herself deep enough to get the white lights on the squat.
The rules say the crease formed, yeah, I can see it. The crease formed when the knees bend has to be lower than the top of the knee joint, and it wasn't quite deep enough there. So she got 2 reds, and the competition begins with a no lift. Next lifter out is Katya Katsarova from Bulgaria, and she will be opening on 45 kilos. Just to say, we'll get 1 flight with 2 weight classes. You're seeing the 47s and the 52s.
And that was certainly deep enough.
When I'm a commentator and I say that, I'm always relieved when the 3 white lights come up. Yeah, that's a good lift.
You can see how she sinks it.
Oh, wow. If ever there was no doubt about squat depth, it was that. Now, this is Shama Ibrahim Al-Sohani from United Arab Emirates. Al-Hozani, my apologies. And she will open on 60 kilos. And she is in the 52 kilo class. The other UAE lifter was in the 47s.
And it's a good lift. Another squat on board.
Now we move back to the 47 kilo class. As we say, although the 47s and the 52s are lifting together, that is just a numbers thing. They are competing for prizes in their own weight class. And this is Alaya Razul from Great Britain, and she is opening on 85 kilos. Not very fast.
And it's a good lift. She had to wait quite a bit for the down command. So the lifter has to demonstrate stability and control of the bar before they get the command to squat down. If they don't get the command, it is a no lift.
Now this is Mizaki from Japan, Minagawa Mizaki, and she is opening on 90 kilos, and she is in the 52 kilo class. If we ever forget to say which class the lifter is in, and no doubt we will, then there is a graphic on the screen as a reminder.
pretty snappy, but let's see what the judges say.
Waiting for the referees, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's blues.
I was concerned
It's
about
not reds, it's blues.
I was concerned about her knees on the lockout.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see they're not completely
Yeah.
straight. The knees have to be locked out and the start and at the finish of the lift. Otherwise, it's a no lift.
Yeah. When you see red lights for a lifter, there will be a smaller light underneath which will be either red, blue, or yellow, and that will denote the reason for the failure of the lift. In squats, it's normally a red for lack of depth or a blue because of what we call soft knees. So this is choosing May from Singapore, 95 kilos. Some wonderful Singapore performances at the recent Asian Games. And that looks good.
Yeah, it's a good lift.
Now, Demante Zurinskaite from neighboring Lithuania, 107.5 kilos on the bar. Lifting in the 52s, as you can see in the screen. That looked good.
Yeah, looked alright to me. And it's 3 white lights and a good lift. Our first squat over 100 kilos. And I'll bet you we'll see many more.
Indeed. Now, Johanna San Juan from France, 110 kilos in the 47 kilo class. That looks strong.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good lift.
Now we move back to the 52s. And next up is Abby Cooley from Great Britain, 115 kilos. Oh, it's lovely indeed.
Yeah, it's a beautiful squat. And it's a good lift.
Abby been coached today by Ben Pape, one of the top 105 classic lifters in the world. And 2 more in the first round, 1 in the 47s, 1 in the 52s. This is Aileen Cuevas from Mexico, 117.5 kilos. And I would say she would come close to winning the squat gold. If she makes this, she'd be in a very strong position.
If I remember correctly, she's our last year's champion.
Looks very strong.
Yeah, she had to work a little, but even with her opener, she's so far ahead that she's in a great position to secure the squad gold.
And finally, also from Mexico, Ana Sofia Areola, 117.5 kilos.
And it's good with this. The first round of squats is over, with all but two lifters making their first attempts securing the squat.
And the ones that missed it, I don't think it was a strength issue. One of them just needs to tighten the knees a little bit. The other one just needs to go a little bit deeper. So hopefully no worries for any of them. The lifters compete for individual medals in squat, bench and deadlift. But of course the champion is the one with the biggest total overall. And this is Al Shemsi, one of the two that missed her opener. Just didn't go quite deep enough. I'm not sure, but couldn't see that very well. Keep her fingers crossed. No. I was worried, and she got a yellow as well.
Yeah, unfortunately not successful on her second attempt, which puts her in danger on her third. She needs to get at least one squat to secure a valid total. Otherwise she'll only be able to compete in the other individual lifts.
But won't have a chance of getting the title. So this is Katsarova from Bulgaria. She was good with 45, gone up to 50 in the second round. That is the deepest squat of the week. We will not see anyone go deeper than that all week long.
I'll be very impressed if we see someone go deeper than that, but a successful attempt. She had to work for it a little, but it's good nonetheless.
Now Al Hosani in the 52s from the UAE. She was good with 60, going up to 67.5 kilos.
A bit of a fight.
No. And you see there are two little red squares underneath the big reds, and those reds indicate lack of depth. But at least she's got one in.
Yeah, you need one to get a total on board. So with the second and third ones you can take a little bit more of a risk, although she would have liked to get the second one.
I'm sure she'll come back and do it next time round. Meantime, this is Alaya Razul from Great Britain. Opened on 85, going up 5 kilos to 90. Look good.
Snappy as before. And it's a good lift.
Well, this is the other lifter, the Mr. Opener. She's retaking 90 kilos. It's Mizaki from Japan. Now just needs to get those knees nice and tight, and all should be well. There's no problem with the strength. That looks better. Should be 3 whites. And indeed it is. 3 white lights. And she smiles. a smile partly of relief. She is now in the competition. And Claudia Choosing May from Singapore is next. Quite a big jump of 7.5 kilos at this body weight. But she was nice and strong and smooth with the opener. She had to work a bit more, but I think that's good.
Yeah, it's a good lift. Looks strong to me. I think she still has a couple kilos left in the tank for the third attempt.
Almost what I would call the French style of squatting with a very close stance.
Yeah, although the bar is not that low.
Now we've got, talking of French style of squatting, we've got San Juan of France, and she's gone up 5 to 115 kilos, but she doesn't have a particularly narrow stance by French standards. Brought it up well.
Well under control the whole time, and it's a good lift.
And we are back to the 52 class, and it's Surin Skaite from Lithuania. She's jumped 7.5 kilos as well and takes 115 kilos for her second attempt. You can see on the screen her first attempt was 107.5. Because it's green, that means it was good, and the second attempt is shown alongside it. Very fast down, had to work back up. Should be good.
And it's good. Very nice second.
Abby Cooley, Great Britain, in the 52s. 5 kilo jump to 120. And you can see this will put her from 2 to 1 in the squat, with, of course, a lifter to follow who can push her back down again. But there's a lot of information on that graphic on the screen. If you're new to the sport, of course, once you learn to interpret it. But we will try and talk you through everything as best we can. So this is Cooley, 120. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, very nicely selected second attempt. You want something challenging enough to gauge your performance on the day, to be able to max out on the third attempt, but you don't want something so heavy that you lose too much energy.
Well, now in the very first session on the first day of competition, we have a FISU record attempt by Anna Sofia Areola. 122.5 kilos, and it won't be the last record attempt, because the next lift will be another one. Oh, she powered through that. Just waits for the referees.
It's a 2-to-1 good lift. The jury might review, of course, if the decision is a 2-to-1, either good or bad. The jury can review it and change it if they see fit.
Yeah, I think they're going to leave that one. It's got to be a clear mistake before the jury gets involved. And this is another FISU record attempt And this is in the 47s, and this is the biggest lift of the day so far. 124 kilos for Island Cuevas from Mexico. 124 kilos.
You can see here the number is not rounded to 2.5 as you can do when breaking a record, otherwise not.
Oh, that's strong. There's more there too.
And it's a good lift, and she looks very happy and like she's got more in the tank.
Big lift coming up now for Al Shemsi from the United Arab Emirates. She's missed 42.5 twice. She needs this to remain in the competition. It's been called on depth both times. She just needs to go deeper. But I guess if you've trained to a certain depth month after month, possibly year after year, it's difficult to suddenly adjust on the platform. But she must find a way to go deeper if she wants to remain in the competition. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait with fingers crossed. They're making us wait. One button doesn't seem to be working. Well, I'm looking at the replay. It's slightly deeper. We just have to wait for the referees to see if it's deep enough. No.
Unfortunately, that will be no successful squats for Al-Shamsi, which means she can still compete in the bench press and the deadlift, but won't be able to put up a total.
What a shame. The UAE coach has approached the jury, but is getting no joy, I'm afraid. Now, Katsarova from Bulgaria. She's 2 from 2 at the moment, and she's jumped 7.5 kilos. Her PB is 60 kilos, so this is just below. So deep.
And she really powers through it. That's a massive jump at this body weight and at these kilos. It's more than 10%. 7.5 kilos add on to 50.
Now this is the other UAE lifter, Al Hosani. She was good with 60, missed 67.5 and is retaking that. That's right on the borderline. And the centre referee from South Africa seems to be having some problem with the button, but that's a no lift.
Unfortunately, major depth issues. Was right on the line, but you really need to convince the judges. After you fail for the first time on depth, they're going to be even more.
I think the jury has overruled, and that is a good lift.
All right.
The jury has overruled the previous depth. It's a good lift.
So that was a good lift for Al Hosani at 67.5. It was right on the border. It wasn't clearly high, so I think part of the spirit is give the lifter the benefit of the doubt. This is Razul, 95 kilos for a new PB by 5 kilos.
And she gets it up, no problem. It's a good lift.
She'll be happy with that. Very happy. Now Minagawa Mizaki from Japan, 100 kilos. Remember, she missed her opener with soft knees, got it second time, and now is jumping 10. All the referees will be focused upon these knees. No. That's the first one we've actually seen failed so far, as opposed to no lifted.
Yeah, we can see her just losing the balance on the start of the way up.
Do you think it was balance more than strength?
I think I saw her like shift forward a bit, so probably a combination of both. Of
Yeah,
course,
when
if
you're
you lack the
lifting-
strength, it can throw off your balance.
So this is choosing May from Singapore, her final attempt, 107.5 kilos. This will be a new PB by 2.5. She's guaranteed the bronze medal in squat.
Fights right through it.
And again, we wait. It's not the referees haven't made up their minds, it's a technology problem.
And it's a good lift.
Now, Surinskaite from Lithuania, 117.5 kilos. Just a 2.5 kilo jump from second to third.
Already guaranteed third place on squats. Won't try to attack for second. Fights it up, but we'll have to see if the depth was there.
Again, we're just having some technology problems with the referee's lights. And it's a good lift. I wasn't sure about the depth, but one referee from France thought it wasn't deep enough. For the other two, it was good. And they have a much better position than we do. Now, Johanna San Juan from France, 120 kilos for a new personal best. Oh, that looks strong. She likes it. She's happy.
Powers through it with a scream of joy.
Again, we're just waiting for one button.
And it's good. 3 white lights.
122.5 on the bar for Abby Cooley from Great Britain. And the bar is loaded.
Now, this is Abby Cooley, Great Britain. 122.5 kilos. This to equal her squat PB. She is guaranteed the silver medal in squat. But this is another 2.5 kilos towards her total. Lovely squat.
Yeah, no issues, I hope. We'll have to wait for the referees. And it's 3 white lights, it's a good lift. Does not put her in first place since she weighed in a kilo and a half more than Areola. So if two lifters achieve the same number on a lift or on their total, the lifter with the lighter body weight comes out on top.
And this is Areola, 125 kilos. Now, when we were told she was going for a FISU record with her second round lift, I think there was a mistake and it was meant to be Cuevas. So, oh, she fights it up well. But not for a FISU record. 3 white lights.
Now this is going to be a FISU record. Aileen Cuevas going to break it, try and break it for the second time.
Yeah, 126 kilos. And as Erazim said earlier, when you're going for a world record, you can chip the world record. The number, it doesn't have to be a multiple of 2.5. You can go up by 0.5 of a kilo, the number that's best for you tactically. So the record is currently 124, which she did in the second round, and this is to take it up to 126, and this will be the final squat of the session. After this we'll go to a 20-minute break and then come back for bench press. FISU record 126. Cuevas. Oh, I think that's the best of her 3 lifts. That was really good.
She's a really energetic lifter, really powers through her squats, and it is a good lift and a new record.
And that's a fantastic end to the squat session here on the first morning of the FISU World University Championships in powerlifting. We will go to a short break while the lifters warm up for bench press. Join us again in 20 minutes time. And welcome back to the FISU World University Championships in Powerlifting here in a beautiful sunny Tartu in Estonia. If you were with us earlier, you would have seen the squat competition in the 47 and 52 kilo classes. Now the two classes will come back out to do bench press.
First up, we will have Shelby from United Arab Emirates with 25 kilos on the bar.
Is Maha Al-Shamsi from the United Arab Emirates.
She did not get a valid squat attempt in, so now just fighting for a placement on bench and deadlift.
And of course, getting the international experience that can't be bought, has to be earned.
And she looks good on 25 kilos. It's 3 white lights and a good lift.
I'm sorry, I had a couple of little microphone issues there. Hopefully now resolved. We moved to the 52 kilo class, and the other UAE lifter, who is Al Hosani, 37.5 kilos. All but one of the lifters has registered a valid squat. Al Shamsi is the only one who cannot now make a total.
And it's a 2-to-1 good lift for Al Fazani. Do you have any idea why she would have gotten the yellow?
Well, we see the replay. Normally it's butt or feet movement or something, nothing obvious. It could also be going ahead of commands, but anyway, it's a good lift, 2-to-1. And this is Alaya Razul from Great Britain. Had a great result in the squat, ended up with a 2.5 kilo personal best. And she's opening on 45. Oh, that looked smooth and easy.
Yeah, it's 3 white lights, no problem.
Now Katya Katsarova from Bulgaria is next, 50 kilos on the bar. The lifter with the deepest squats in FISU. Let's see how she gets on the bench. Her PB is 60. This should be well within her range. But of course, every day is different.
That will be a no lift. I believe she skipped her press command, or rather didn't get it.
Well, I think she got the rack command twice. I mean, we can't hear that in the replay. But of course, it can't be challenged with the jury because it was 3 reds. And the coach can only approach the jury if it's a 2-to-1. The jury can't overturn 3 reds and they can't overturn 3 whites. Now this is Johanna San Juan from France, 50 kilos on the bar, 5 kilos below her personal best. Oh, that looked easy.
Yeah, and very technical. So in regards to the previous fail, if we explain a little, for the bench press, the lifter gets 3 commands. When the lifter sets up, gets a down command to start lowering the bar to their chest. When the bar is on their chest, it needs to stop, wait for the press command, press it out and then wait for the rack command to put the bar back in the rack. If they skip any of the commands, it's a no lift.
And that would be shown with a yellow light underneath the major red. This is Chuzin Mei from Singapore, 55 kilos for her opening attempt. Oh, looks good. But there must have been something we didn't see.
Yeah,
Maybe it was elbows, was it?
we'll see on the replay. I believe reds on the bench are also for depth. So
No, it's got to be elbows because red is for touching too low or not touching, and neither of those. So it must have been elbow depth, which is a relatively new rule within the IPF. Which means if simplistically, if the elbow joint doesn't go lower than the middle of the shoulder, then it's a no lift. But there's still discussions at the jury table.
Stop.
This is Cuevas. Look good.
3 white lights for Cuevas, a good lift. And yes, the bench depth rule is quite new and causing quite a bit of controversy, quite a bit of debate. Of course, a pretty challenging rule to judge.
Now this is Misaki from Japan, 57.5 for her opening bench press attempt, which equals her personal best.
Stop.
Oh, that was strong.
That was very snappy. But again, 1 red for elbow depth.
See, I'm not sure how a side referee can call elbow depth the best at times, but when the centre referee doesn't, unless it was the wrong button. Now, this is Abby Cooley, Great Britain, 57.5 kilos, 2.5 kilos below her personal best. Abby was very convincing on the squats. Let's see what she brings to the bench.
Start. Best. Ref.
Just as impressive.
3 white lights, a good lift for Abby.
2 more lifts in the first round. A reminder, if you haven't been with us earlier, the 47 and 52 kilo classes are lifting together, but obviously for separate prizes. But if they lifted separately, it would be too short a turn around, and they wouldn't have a chance to recover from the previous lift. So when there's less than 14, they're normally put into the one flight.
Best. Ref.
Looks good.
Yeah, there was a tiny double movement on the chest. I'm just wondering if that's what the red was given for, or it could be elbows again.
Yeah, the double movement was really slight.
Yeah, more likely to be elbows. But when there's more than one reason for failure with the same colour, we've just got to give our best guess. Now this is Zurinskaite from Lithuania, 65 kilos against a best bench press of 70.
Stop. Best. Ref.
Looks solid and it's a good lift. Rounding out our first round with all but 2 lifters getting a valid bench on the board.
Yeah, into the second round, we've got Al Shamsi up first. She was good on 25 and she's gone up to 27.5 kilos.
Stop. Face. Left.
Two
Unfold.
yellows. Well, let's see what the replay tells us. She got yellows last time and it wasn't the butt. I honestly don't know what that was for.
Yeah, me neither.
It may have been the feet.
She had to fight it quite a bit on the way up, but there was no obvious mistake for
I
me.
think one of the feet came slightly off the floor.
Well, perhaps, yeah. We can't see both of them on the replay even, so...
Now, Al Hassani is going up to 42.5 kilos. If she makes this, she'll equal her personal best.
Replace the ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. She went far too soon before the command. All I heard was the referee saying replace the bar. Normally when that happens, you get a chance to take it again, but not on this occasion.
Yeah, perhaps her nerves just got to her.
Yeah.
Just forgot that she has to wait for the start command.
And it's the thing you get taught over and over and over again in the gym, and you still go out onto the platform on an international stage and the mind just goes blank and you do it.
Stop. Face. Left.
A good lift at 50 kilos for Alaya Rasul.
Yeah, and if it makes Al Hazani feel any better, I've seen masters lifters with 50 years experience do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone. It's just the nerves and the pressure just gets to you. Your mind blanks out for a split second and you just forget.
Of the two lifters who didn't make their opening attempt. And we think it may have been elbow depth, but we can't be sure. So she's gone up 2.5 kilos because the weight wasn't the problem. Bulgarian coach looks on. She takes the bar out now. Let's just look.
Face.
I think that's good, but we'll wait and see. She gets one red from the judge from Poland. I say red is to do with either not touching the chest or the elbows being high, and I think the elbow was high on one side and not the other, which would explain why she got one red.
Yeah, the right one was a bit questionable, but if it's a 2-to-1, it's a good lift, it's good enough.
Now Chu Zheng Mei, Singapore, the other lifter not to register a lift yet, retaking 55. And again, the lift was nice and easy. The problem, we think, was the elbows.
Stop. Face. Left.
Again, we just wait for the referees. 2-to-1, it's good. Red from the center referee, both side referees called it good. Now just watch the elbow depth here. It's just on the border, isn't it?
Hey, it's so hard to tell, especially the middle of the shoulder part. You can't really see
Yeah.
exactly where the middle of the shoulder is, so it's
I mean, my bigger issue is that the rule was taken in to rule out tiny range of motion, and that was a good range of motion there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really controversial rule. If you know anything about powerlifting, follow anyone on Instagram. You've seen the discussions. So.
But this is San Juan, 55 kilos to equal her personal best. She was good with 50 first time.
Stop. Face. Left.
Had to work a bit more, but that looks good.
Yeah, San Juan is good with the 55.
2.5 on the bar for Cuevas from Mexico.
Now, final lifter out in the 47s. In the second round is Cuevas. The FISU record holder in the squat, courtesy of that 126 she did.
Stop. Face. Left.
Look good. It's strong.
Next up, we have 62.5 for Mizaki. The bar is loaded.
Now this is Minagawa Mizaki from Japan, taking a 5 kilo jump from her opening 57.5. She now attempts 62.5 for a 5 kilo personal best.
Stop. Face. Left.
Look good.
Gets it up. Another depth call from a side referee, but it's a 2-to-1 good lift.
And the bar is loaded.
Now Abby Cooley, Great Britain.
Yeah, again, the elbows were a bit asymmetrical.
Abby Cooley takes 62.5 kilos. If successful, it will be a 2.5 kilo personal best. And she's having a great day so far. There's Ben Pape looking on.
Stop. Face. Left.
Had to work a little bit more, but it's good. Ana Sofia Arriola from Mexico next. 67.5 to equal her personal best.
Bar is loaded.
Stop. Face.
No, it's not going anywhere, I'm afraid.
Just not strong enough. We'll see if perhaps she can get it on a retry in the third round.
Here's the replay. Anything obviously went wrong? No.
It seemed that the last few centimeters to the chest, she dropped it a little bit.
But this is Surin Skaite from Lithuania. She's taking 70 kilos, this to equal her personal best. She's the last out in the second round, lifting in the 52s.
Stop. Face.
No. Same.
We're seeing our first failures here. The jumps are not that big, but the relative difference in the weight is pretty significant as these lower body weights.
Yeah, 5 kilo jump is huge amongst the lower body weights. Now we're into the third round already, and at the end of the third round, there will be a 20-minute break while the lifters warm up for deadlift.
Stop.
This is Al Shamsi.
Rack.
No, she just
Skips the rack command. And that will unfortunately be a no lift. But she's gaining experience. That's the important thing here.
Yeah, you can see she did all the hard work and then put the bar straight into the rack before the rack command, which is so easy to do because that's what you do in the gym. And that's why you've got to be coached in the gym to hold that position. And you do it 50 and 100 and 200 times and it just becomes ingrained. But this is Al Hassani, 45 kilos after missing 42.5. Well, she's worked it up. We think foot movement was the problem last time. She gets a 2-1 this time.
We'll see on the replay what the red could be for.
Can only be for elbow. No, it's not elbow depth. Honestly, don't know what that red was for.
No. There was some suspected bouncing on the chest.
She
but
didn't sink it after the command, no?
Yeah.
This is Alaya Razul, 52.5 kilos for a new personal best, lifting in the 47s. It looks good.
And it is good for Alaya Razul.
Now Katya Katsarova, Bulgaria, 57.5 kilos on the bar. Having problems with the elbow depth in spite of having a good range of motion. Taking the maximum grip, which is 81 centimeters. Fought it up well. Should be good. Well, she get a yellow from the side referee. That would be butt or foot movement or something. We won't. We might see. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
and
afraid.
I'm just worried the jury might see the same thing. But then there's an argument the whole of the butt maybe didn't come off.
The jury don't seem to be
No.
overturning it, so I think she's good.
So it's choosing May from Singapore next, taking 60 kilos for a new personal best. Missed 55 with her opener, got it second time, this for a new personal best. No, just too much.
Just too much for her, and that means Katsarova sneaks onto the bench podium.
Now, Johanna San Juan from France, 60 kilos on the bar. No, just stalled completely. Gave it everything she could.
Yeah, what a fight. But she will stay in bench third. Katsarova getting bench second. And now Cuevas, who already has guaranteed first.
Yes, Cuevas the last out in the 47s. 4 lifters in the 52s to follow her, and that will be the end of the bench press session. And she gives a smile as she comes out. I could never lift unless I was going to war with the bar. I could never smile coming out. But everyone is different, and that's part of the joy of the sport.
Stop. Face.
No, just too much. Dare I say too smiley?
But we can see her coach Emilio here in the back smiling. They secured the first place.
Now we have 4 lifters to go, all in the 52s. First up is Mizaki, and they're so close. This would put her from third to first place in the bench. All the medals will depend on the next 4 lifts. This to take the lead in bench press.
Face.
Oh, she fights that through well.
Gets it up, but it's another depth call. We'll see on the replay.
And the Japanese coach approaches the jury table and is told in no uncertain terms that is not going to be overturned. So this is Abby Cooley from Great Britain. Now this will put her from 4th to 1st place. There is only 20 grams between Cooley and Mizaki if it goes to body weight, but with that no lift, this will put Cooley into the lead with 2 lifters to follow who can both take it away from her.
Stop. Face.
Oh, that is strong. That's right on her limit.
She hits the rack on the way up, but it doesn't throw her off. She gets the lift.
Yeah, that used to be an automatic failure, but it's not now.
Yeah, of course, it makes sense to disqualify the lift if the lifter was helped
Yes.
by hitting the rack, but here it hinders her more than
Yeah.
anything, so there's no reason why she should
So-
fail because of that.
Cooley is in the lead with 2 lifters to go. Guaranteed a bronze, and this is Ariola, 67.5, as you can see on the screen, rank 3 to 1, this to take the lead.
Face.
Oh, it's a great lift. Well,
It's a 2-1.
the chief referee certainly didn't agree. Let's look at the replay from the front. Just watch the elbows. You can see the jury will be watching that.
That's very much on the limit. Let's see what the jury says.
I think saw one to the other saying that's okay. Again, you got to give the benefit of the doubt to the lifter if it's not a clear. So this is to take the gold medal. This is Zurinskaitė from Lithuania.
Stop.
70 kilos on the bar for bench press gold. And no, it is just too much.
Yeah, tries to fight it up. She gets the third. She gets the bronze nonetheless.
Yeah, she got that with her opener because she missed her next 2. So yeah, Zurinskaitė takes the bronze, Cooley takes the silver, and Ariola takes the gold in the 52s, and in the 47s it's bronze to choose in May from Singapore, silver on body weight to San Juan of France, also on 55 kilos, but the clear gold medalist in the 47s is Cuevas from Mexico with 62.5 kilos. We'll take a short break. Join us again in just under 20 minutes and we'll do it all again in the deadlift. Saturday championships in powerlifting. If you've been with us earlier, you would have seen the women's 47 and 52 kilo classes compete in, first of all, squat and then bench press. And now we're about to do it all again in deadlift. And this is where the champions will be decided. Who can make the biggest total? We have an overwhelming favourite in the 47s based upon opening attempts, but it is going to be so close in the 52s, the battle for the title. If they both make their opening deadlifts in the 52s, they will be separated by only 2.5 kilos. But more of that to come. This is Al Shemsi from United Arab Emirates, and her opening attempt is 57.5 kilos. Now, interestingly, because the weight is less than 65, the plate is a smaller diameter, and she has to actually bend down lower to the floor than her competitors will have to. But that's well, the lights haven't come on yet. I'm assuming it's a good lift.
Yeah, it's a good lift for her. 2.5 kilos below her PB. And yeah, as you said, these really low weights on deadlift, you need to go down a bit more because the plates are smaller.
Now, the other UAE lifter in the 52s, it's Al Hassani, and she's at opening with 80 kilos. Look good.
Yeah, looks quite alright.
From the referee's point of view, the deadlift is probably easier to referee than either of the other two lifts.
Yeah, it's only one command, so the lifter just approaches the bar, lifts it up, and then has to wait for the down command. So certainly a lot less work.
Now, Katsarova in the 47s, opening on 95 kilos, representing Bulgaria.
No problem getting it up, and it's a good lift.
Now, Mizaki from Japan, 115 kilos. And of course, every time a lifter other than Al Shemsi makes a deadlift, they also make a total. Looks solid.
Looks good. It's 3 white lights and a little bow.
Now to the 47s again, and it's Alaya Razul from Great Britain, 127.5 kilos.
If she gets this, she's pretty much cemented in 4th place unless something goes terribly wrong for one of the other lifters.
And still potentially a chance of a deadlift medal as well. Oh, that's a smooth opener.
And it's a 2-to-1 good lift. The red might have been for the shoulders
Yeah,
on the lockout.
I was slightly worried about that. I mean, she brought it to the top really sweetly, but yeah, that's just her finishing position, I think.
Just a little bit too forward. Really not much in it, but
Yeah, she gets a 2-to-1 and the jury don't look like intervening. But certainly, if I was coaching someone, I'd just encourage them to get the shoulders slightly further back. But this is May. She was in May from Singapore, 130. Lovely.
And that's a speedy opener.
That's,
3 white lights and a good lift.
that's how to deadlift. Well, it's one way of how to deadlift. There are several. So Joanna San Juan from France next, 130 kilos.
You can see her really building up the tension on the bottom, gets it up, and it is a good lift.
Now Zurinskaita from Lithuania is up next.
Unfortunately, a no lift, 2 blue lights, 1 red. We'll see on the replay what might have gone wrong. Oh yeah, there was a bit of shaking on the top, downward movement of the bar. I've experienced that. That troubles on the deadlift. It can happen. Anna Sofia Areola going for 140.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah, really solid, 3 white lights.
Back to the 47s, and this is Cuevas. Now, if she makes this lift, I think she's a champion. Don't think anyone's going to come near her. The next best is on 305. This will put her on 331.
And 331 will be just a kilo and a half below the total FISU record.
Well, I think she'll be going for the record total with her second attempt for sure. But this is to pretty much guarantee the title. Big lift in the 47s, 142.5, easy.
Absolutely no problem for Cuevas. She's nigh uncatchable now, except if San Juan maybe pulls something monstrous on her third. But Aileen also looked like she has plenty left in the tank. Her
Yeah.
PB 155, so
That was a perfect example of tactical lifting. Lift what you need rather than what you can. You've got 2 more lifts. But this is cooling. 142.5. This is to get her really close to Areola. And yes, indeed, there's only 2.5 kilos separating them.
no problems here for Abby. And I believe they even changed her deadlift opener in order for her to go after Areola. So they are in a stronger tactical position. They know what the Mexican team will put in, and they can plan according to that.
Yeah, the Mexican has another advantage. She's the higher lot number, should it come down to them attempting the same weight. We'll talk more about the lot number later in the week. There's too much to consider here at the moment. But basically, while we wait, if every lifter is allocated a lot number at the weigh-in randomly, and if 2 or more lifters select the same weight, then the one with the lower or lowest lot number goes first. This is Al-Shamsi, second round, 62.5. not quite.
Not quite there. Just loses it there in the middle. She's shaking her hands. It seems there was some kind of grip issue.
Possibly. But you know what I'd do if I was the coach? I'd put on 67.5 so that, sorry, 65, so she wouldn't have to go down so far because she'd have the blues.
Yeah, perhaps that would be the right call. We'll see what they put in.
Meanwhile, this is Al Husani, 92.5 kilos.
With this, she will be matching her personal best.
Oh no, she just was almost too fast and she lost balance.
Yeah, balancing issues, got it up too fast, as you said, and especially with the sumo deadlifts, it can happen. Your feet are very wide apart and you're not the most stable. But she certainly looks strong enough to do it, so.
This is Katsarova, 105 kilos on the bar.
Still very smooth, and we can see the long arms that were kind of problematic for her on the bench press really helping her now. She's locking out the bar just barely above her knees. Really built for deadlift.
Next up, Mizaki, 122.5 kilos on the bar. As you can see from the screen, she's in third in deadlift, third in total. This lift will change neither but will add kilos. Her likely overall position is fourth. Bit two-phased, but I think it's fine.
It's a good lift.
Now, Zurin Skaite missed her opener with 130. And she is taking it again.
She is out of the fight for the top two places, I believe, but she has the third pretty much guaranteed if she gets this up.
If.
Let's hope.
Little bird with a big meaning. Looks solid.
And this time it's good. She had a little trouble with shaking on the lockout, some downward movement of the bar. This time there was still a slight back and forth, but not enough.
I think it's just interpreted as bar settling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just inside the rules, so she gets the lift and pretty much guarantees herself the third place.
Now this is Razul of Great Britain, 135 kilos, big lift for her. Just out of the medals overall, but this will put her into silver medal position in the deadlift for now. Long way to go, of course.
It's a good lift, no troubles there. And we'll see if she takes the fight to the top three for the deadlift medal.
Now San Juan from France, 137.5. The magic 300 pounds barrier. And this will be a new PB by 2.5 kilos. This will pretty much guarantee her silver overall. And to cries of Ali, she locks it out.
Gets the 3 white lights. It's a good lift. Puts her well ahead of Chushin Mei.
Yeah, it's 20 kilos difference between them now.
But Mei is taking quite a large jump of 12.5 kilos. Still below her personal best of 148.
This is May. Choosing May to give her a full title. If you're new to powerlifting, just bear in mind that in third round of powerlifting, lifters are allowed to make 2 changes to their nominated third attempt. Oh, it looks strong.
No problems there for Mei. And with another jump like that, she might be able to try and push San Juan.
So this is Areola in the 52s, 145 kilos on the bar. And I can tell you Cooley has made a huge jump of 10.5 kilos, and we can hear more about that 0.5 in a moment, but this is Areola. And if the next 2 lifts are successful in this group, then Areola will be pushed into second place. Oh, it's a good lift. She smiles and puts it down as if she was in a library.
Still very strong for a second attempt, so even if Cooley gets her third, it's not a done deal.
Next 2 lifts are both 153 kilos in the 2 different flights, I hasten to add. Lighter flight always goes first. In this case, so it's Cuevas first with 153, then Cooley with 153. Both attempts will be for FISU records. What a great first session these lighter women are giving us.
Yeah, Cuevas especially breaking records left and right. A really dominant performance. Let's see if she can break the deadlift record and at the same time the FISU total record by quite a margin.
Yeah, this is for both the deadlift record and the total record. Wow.
She gets it up and it's 3 white lights. It's a new record. Another 2 records now broken, or rather 3, the squat, the deadlift and the total by Aileen Cuevas.
And there's one more lift in the second round. And I have to remind myself with all these records, it is the second round and not the third. And it's Abby Cooley, Great Britain, 153 to take the lead in the 52s and to set a new FISU record in deadlift.
Let's see if a second record in a row can fall.
She was really good with the first, but can she jump 10.5 kilos at this body weight? If she can, she is the FISU record holder and she takes the lead in the World Championships by half a kilo. Oh,
Absolutely no
goodness
problem.
sake. Did they misload the bar? Was that too light? That was ridiculously easy.
That was certainly an effort. Way too easy for a record attempt.
I nearly said a word that commentators used to shouldn't say. That was so easy, but wow, what a great competition. 1 round to go. Cuevas is home and hosed in the 47s in both deadlift and in total, but she will go for another 2 records. But in the 52s, Cooley on 340.5, Areola on 337.5. Areola the higher lot number, so she, remember, has the option to change, but only the change is only valid if she's going more than Cooley. Well,
Al-Shamsi now successful
yeah,
with the 62.5. They did not decide to load the 65 to get the higher starting position, but she got it nonetheless.
would you have done that as a coach?
I'd probably go for the 65.
Yeah, I think I would as well. Just because of the mechanical advantage you get from starting higher up is surely got to be worth more than 2.5 kilos.
Yeah, certainly.
Unless it's purely a grip thing, and if that's all she can grip. So many factors that go into these decisions. And we wait for Al Huzani. And just to let you know again, if you're new to powerlifting, the bar gets cleaned between each attempt in the third round of deadlift. So we do slow down very, very slightly while that takes place. This for a new PB. No, that's not going to be given.
Yeah, she gets it up, but it's a technical mistake. There was hinging, there was downward movement of the bar. Just
Yeah, certainly the strength is there. Just needs to be a bit more technically correct.
yeah, you can see one of her knees locks and then unlocks.
Yeah.
Just throws her off balance, and there's no saving it.
Now Katsarova 112.5 in the 47s, and if you look in the screen you can see that her total rank in deadlift and in total is 5th place, so she can't go better than that, but a very solid competition for her nonetheless, and she came away with a bench press medal.
Really fights it through on the top, and it's a good lift and a 2.5 kilo personal best for Katya Katsarova.
Mizaki from Japan for her third attempt, 130 kilos.
The bar is loaded.
This will, for the time being, put her into the 3rd place on deadlifts on body weight, since she's a bit more than half a kilo lighter than Zurinskaite.
I think that should be good.
Yeah, she really had to fight it, but it's 3 white lights, it's a good lift, and a provisional 3rd place for Misaki.
And we've had an attempt change. And the next up, as a result of that, is Zurinskaite, 132.5 kilos.
Yeah, the sensible thing to do, since she just needs to beat Misaki by 2.5 kilos for the deadlift medal, and the total placing she's already got secured 3rd, and for 2nd she needs the 30-40 kilo jump, so
The bar is loaded for Zurinskaite.
Easy.
gets it no problem. 3 white lights and a deadlift bronze for Zurinskaite.
Now San Juan, she's going 140 as we see that replay.
The bar is loaded.
And she is in 3rd place in deadlift, 2nd place overall. Neither of those will change as a result of this lift. But May from Singapore is coming in with a big third. So this is to put her on 3:15. And after that, she'll just have to sit and wait and see what May can do. She must make this. She breaks the floor, keeps it moving. Oh, that's good, I think. Oh,
Oh, what a fight!
yes.
And it's good. I was worried there for a second on the top when she shook a little, but it was not a technical error. The lift was good.
What a great battle.
Really amazing fights here. We're seeing in the women's 47 and 52.
Now back to the 47s. It's Razul from Great Britain, 142.5. This would put her from 4th to 2nd in deadlift, but she can get pushed back down to 3rd. This would guarantee her a deadlift medal. No, just too much.
Unfortunately, too much, which means May has pretty much secured her deadlift 2nd place and is now going for San Juan for the 2nd place overall.
Yeah, this will be a FISU record. It will also put May on 316 kilos and beat San Juan by 1 kilo. San Juan sits in 3:15 and her race is run. There is nothing more she can do. This is to take gold medal position in deadlift for the lifter to follow, but it is to guarantee silver medal overall. And it's a huge jump from 142.5 to 153.5, 11 kilos. But if she can make it, the reward is huge.
She's got nothing to lose, all to gain.
Can she do it? Really good on the 2nd. What will the extra 11 kilos do? And the answer is that's what an extra 11 kilos will do. Sadly for Chunzeng Mei.
She gave it her all, she had nothing to lose. It was the only right thing to do, to try and get it. Sometimes it's just there on the day.
And it means that San Juan takes the overall silver in the 47s. Chuzeng Mei takes the bronze. And this is the gold medalist. This is the champion, looking for another FISU deadlift record and another FISU total record. What a performance she's putting on. Oh, did you ever expect anything else? Fabulous lifting.
A 2-to-1 good lift. If it holds up to the scrutiny of the jury, which it seems it will, she has thrown the gauntlet to Cooley.
Now we have 2 to go. This is Cuevas. And some of my comments at the previous lifter were actually intended for Cuevas. But she is out after the 52s. All but one of them. This is 155.5. And this is for the deadlift and total records again. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous performance.
She gets it up and it's a good lift and another extension of the record for Cuevas. An impeccable performance today.
Now Abby Cooley is going to 159, a 6 kilo jump. This will put her on 346.5. And apart from winning the deadlift gold medal, this will make her the FISU world champion by half a kilo from Areola. Areola sits on 346. Cooley, if she makes this lift, 346.5.
We're really seeing great tactical play here between the Mexican and the British team. Let's see if Cooley can get this to take the win away from the Mexican.
Well, how good was her second lift? Oh, she's locked it out. That looks good. We wait for the referees.
And it's good.
3 white lights. And Abby Cooley takes the world title by half a kilo from Ariola in the 52s, with Zurin Skaite the next best on 315 kilos. In the 47s, Cuevas is the champion with a fabulous 344 kilos. San Juan is in second place with 315, and Chuzin May takes the overall bronze with 305 kilos. What a fabulous first session we've had at these FISU World University Championships of Powerlifting.
Yeah, what an exciting start, Martin. Really great tactical battles that at least I can really appreciate the things going on behind the scenes here in the coaching teams. The chipping of the records, the third attempt changes on the deadlifts. This is really where the beauty of powerlifting competitions lies for me.
Yeah, it's often not about the lifters, it's about the people backstage who decide what number is going on the bar, and they got it spot on today. What a fabulous competition we've had. We'll take a short break. Join us again, I'm informed, at 1 p.m. local time here in Estonia, and this will be for the 2 lighter men's bodyweight classes, the 59s and the 66s. But from the morning session, hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now.
Picture, please. Wait, wait. 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 One.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and turn towards the FISU flag for the FISU anthem. first place, gold medal, and the FISU World University Champion title goes to Great Britain, Abby Cooley. Ladies and gentlemen,